do with me.
All right, game 3. Let's watch it. Let's watch game 3. We got an Urza's Mine, a Power Plant, and Eldrazi Temple. An Ancient Grudge just took care of a Ratchet Bomb. Clay doesn't have any creatures on the battlefield yet, but we might. And he's at 12. He's playing Death Shadow. That's a good place to be. He needs to be a little lower, though. That's what I say to that. Looks like he's got his basic swamp. He's got another Grudge in hand, too. Jeez. Going for right now, I see an Artifact, Street Wraith, Land, Instant, Sorcery, so probably 5/6. I think it's always like a 5/6 in this deck. He's not going to play Death Shadow right now.
Yeah, part of the reason I'm starting to question Dismember in this matchup. Seeing this a lot. So you mentioned the build on Tassiker and Gurmag Angler. Yeah, Dismember's great, sure.
All right, let's go over to Ricky. Don't have a great look at his hand. He's shuffling those cards back and forth quite a bit. He does have access to 4 mana with use of the Eldrazi Temple.
Looks like he's looking at some Ghost Quarters, and remember, Spicklemire just, he's got only the 1 swamp in the deck, and he's really sensitive in terms of what duels enable what cards. So you can go Strip Mine in here and cut Spicklemire off of colors. That is a vulnerability of this deck.
Well, here's Walking Ballista. Shoot that for 1, Dismember there. A lot of work to take care of a Tarmogoyf, but it's taken care of.
Strip Mine.
Well, he doesn't know how many basics he has.
Well, they're in game 3. This deck commonly does not have that many.
Well, so the Grixis builds of Death Shadow normally have 2 basics. Island Mountain, whereas, Clay's got the version that he's playing, and, you just might not know.
Go after the greens.
Here comes a Death Shadow. Actually, it's going to be a Traverse, even better. With Delirium. And he's going to search up a Marsh Flats. Now, it is funny because if Ricky knew Clay's deck list, he might let those Ghost Quarters just rip.
Yeah, and that's why I like doing the Ghost Quarter play, is you use the first one to test the waters on whether or not he can find with the second one.
Well, normally I would agree, as here's an Expedition map. Well, now I'm totally fine with it because he can complete Tron.
Yeah.
Before he was a little, like if he drew like a Wurmcoil Engine, he wouldn't be able to play it or something like that.
Snap him off.
Yeah, now I would snap him off. In the draw step, too. These Ghost Quarters, they ain't doing anything else. But again, we've got the deck list and Ricky does not.
But that Marsh Flats, I do not believe can find a green source now that the Overgrown Tomb is on the battlefield.
Yeah, he's got
a Stomping Ground, right?
He's got 2 Overgrown
Tombs. Oh, he's got 2. Okay, all right.
It's just good deck building.
All right, then you don't have to break them off just yet.
Yeah. Hold steady.
Yeah, just hold tight.
Here comes a Thoughtseize. This is great. Just taking 2, gonna take 3.
I mean, no real risk, Thorson's empty-handed. So.
Yeah. Get a Watery Grave.
All the same stuff that's bad for you is bad for you, regardless if you're at 7 or 10. So you might as well try to speed this up.
He's got a peel. He's got some really good draws, and he's got some terrible ones. So you hope for the best. I think we might see him Traverse. Ooh, this is risky. I want him to Ghost Quarter him so bad at the end of combat. Traverse. I would get a Death Shadow. There we go. All right, Ricky. Search for your tower. What's the best draw?
All his Dust.
Dustbuster.
Still in the deck. Ulamog.
Ulamog, definitely the best draw.
Yeah.
All right.
Well, a little late.
We're going to Ghost Quarter now. It's a touch late. I mean, taking
the issue I have with this is now he's at 9 mana. He can't draw Ulamog if it's still in his deck.
Temple taps for 2.
Oh, Temple's 2. Okay, no, sorry. My bad.
Temple's 2. All this does is everything he draws he can play. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 mana, so you could play Ballista for 5. All right, well, one draw for it all. Rippy McPlucky. We so are not lucky. Chalice of the Void is the draw, and Clay Spicklemire is going to get the job done here. 5-color Death Shadow going to take care of Ricky Thorson and his Eldrazi Tron deck. 2-1. Spicklemire wins, and he was in 7th place coming into the round, which means we will see the Cubs fan in the top 8.
And at least one copy of Death Shadow will be in the top 8.
Yeah, as it generally is.
Yes.
Very, very good deck. So we've got Eldrazi Tron, Death Shadow, Jund, 8-Rack, and it looks like Storm, Jeskai Control.
Could have 6, 7, maybe 8 different decks.
We could have 8 different decks because Modern's awesome. And you get to decide what you're going to watch in the quarterfinals. We're going to tell you how to do that right now. You can do that by becoming a member of the Twitch feature match area, twitch.tv/SCG Tour, which is where you're watching this broadcast. Thank you guys very much for joining us. You get to decide the quarterfinals if you do join our feature match area on the Twitch subscription program. Custom emoticons and badges for you to play around with in the chat, and it's only $4.99 a month. I want to thank everybody who is supporting twitch.tv/SCG Tour. And we know you guys wanted to be able to decide those quarterfinals, and you get the opportunity to do that in just a moment because we're going to take our hour-long break, Patrick. That's what we're going to do.
Well deserved.
Yeah.
An opportunity for various members of the broadcast to gather themselves.
Yes. He's going to get coffee. I'm going to get ice cream.
Yeah.
That's just what's going to happen. And you guys are going to take an hour-long break with us. So 30 minutes, first 30 minutes, deck techs, player spotlights, replay, stuff like that. Once we get through that 30-minute mark, you guys get the opportunity to